this. Over to Brad Lawler, Home Team Inspection Service. Jimmy bought a new house. Well, it's a resale. It wasn't new, but a resale. And he discovered bed bugs inside. Okay.
Yeah.
He's wondering, how do they get, this is becoming a problem. How did they get into the house, and how do you get rid of them?
Well, they got into the house on a person. That was the host that brought them in. They probably got into furnishings. Oftentimes they're getting into not just your beds, they're getting into nightstands, they're getting into, they love to hang out behind pictures that are hanging over your bed. Any tight space they're going to hang out in. The challenge with bed bugs, and it's interesting because I've had several treatments on properties that are like this, that during the move out process, they found that they had bed bugs. And so we've had to go in and do a treatment before the house was then, the next owners moved into it. I don't know why, but this is the second, third, fourth call I've had in a couple months with bed bugs found during a move out. But yeah, they come in on people, and they come in on any person. We've been called to attorneys' offices to do treatments because a client brought them in to a conference room, and then they transferred to another office. We've done treatments obviously in commercial spaces and senior living spaces. I mean, they can get anywhere. People who travel sometimes will bring them back in their luggage or on their person. They're not aware of it, and then once they get they kind of get into your house and take hold, then they can be a real problem to control. So yeah, in the situation, particularly in these vacant houses, sometimes they just appear, and really what they're doing is they're wandering around looking for a host, and I think that's oftentimes where we spotted them, because there's no person left in the house to feed on, so they move about and trying to find another host, so they become very visible then.
I wish you the best on getting rid of them, and certainly I think we all need to have an eye out for these things, and I guess look them up as what they look like, and then just keep an eye, I guess.
They're not really, really small. I mean, they are visible to the naked eye pretty easily. They're a rust brown color. You have several of them. You can probably put, I don't know, depending on which life cycle they're in. I mean, you can put, 3-4 of them on a penny. So I mean, that'll give you a rough idea of what their size is, but they're not microscopic. They're generally easy to see.
So they're so big that a penny will cover only 3 or 4 of them.
About that.
Wow.
Yeah, full
really?
adult size. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
full adults, but there's
slightly smaller than a tick.
Yeah. When they're fully engorged, they honestly they kind of look like a tick. But
And
yes.
Yeah.
What happens to the person upon whom they're feeding?
Depending on how the person reacts, usually they get a sore, kind of a rash, an allergic reaction at the spot. Some people react stronger than others do, but it leaves a mark. I mean, it definitely leaves a mark. A lot of times you'll see them up around the neck and shoulders, because the bed bugs are drawn to the carbon dioxide that we're exhaling, and that's what they're looking for. So that's why you get a lot of bites up high, but then you get a lot of people who get bites on their thighs because they sit down in a chair that's got them in there, and then they will come out, particularly if you're wearing shorts. We've seen some of that here this summer too.
Wow. All right. Well, we've gone into this pretty detailed now, so hopefully folks keep an eye out for them and do a Google search for what they look like, so you'll know what they are looking like. We are out of time. My thanks to Chuck Crosby, the head guy over at the Crosby Law Office. They do a great job on real estate closings for both buyers and sellers, and they do title searches, title insurance, resolving title defects, and a variety of other things. You can reach Chuck at 499-6360. Also, my thanks to Brad Lawler, owner of Home Team Inspection Service. They come in as a team, and they do the great job of checking in the home you're going to buy for any potential problems. And Brad owns Team Bug Out. So if you see some bed bugs, Brad's the guy to talk to. 844-411-TEAM is Brad's phone number. And if you're thinking of selling your home now or in the future, I'd love to help you. No home too big or small. And I work both in Louisville, surrounding counties of southern Indiana. You can reach me on my cell phone, 502-376-5483. That's 376-LIVE. Or go to bobsellslouisville.com, fill out the form, and hit submit. And for a free no-obligation analysis of what your home is worth, go to WeSellLouisville.com and click on the top of the page. That's it for today. See you next Sunday on News Radio 840 WHAS.